What I'm going to do in this video is something similar than what I've done a little while back, and this is a review on a civilian tarp, or a basha if you like, and there's two bivvy bags as well, and they're civilian as well. So now the tarp is by Terra Nova, and one of the bivvy bags is also Terra Nova, and the other bivvy bag is by Snugpak. So let's get into it and have a look at all the hydrostatic heads, sizes and weights. And there we have it. This is the Terra Nova Adventure Tarp 2. That's the bag that comes with it, and that's what it looks like. Now it's got 8 of these strengthened grommets going around the edge, and also a very small little webbing sort of strap, very small, that black thing there, to get your rope through. And it's also it's got a little authentic Terra Nova Adventure Tarp 2 little badge there. And now, just to repeat, or did I say that that is the length and that is the width? It's got a central little webbing tape there, or strap there as well. Now this is indicating that the strap would go that way. Okay, you see that? I suppose it could go upwards as well, but it's sort of upwards that way, or sort of that way. All right, across the width. All right, and also there's got a seam as well on that going straight across, and the same on the other side. Now this seam, it seems tapered. Now I'll show you. I can't hardly see. All right, I'm pretty sure it is tapered. All right, it sort of feels tapered compared to that, but I can't hardly see, so I'm not 100% sure. Okay, and there's not a lot to say really with my tarp. I've got my straps already on, and they're doubled up as well, so there's 2 lengths there. So when I say the weight, just take about 4 ounces off if you put a single one instead of a double one like mine. All right, so just take a few ounces off or something. And just to say about this bag, do you think I can get that tarp back in that bag? Oh, this is free. No, I can't. I can't get it back in, and I stuff things in. I don't fold them or roll them, I stuff them in, and I can't get it in. So if you get one of these tarps, you'll probably have to get a bigger bag and use that bag I've shown there for something else. So that's the Adventure Tarp 2 by Terra Nova. So the size of the tarp is 2 meters 90 centimeters by 2 meters 48 centimeters, and the fabric is a Stormtex P4000 FR. Now I read this on the internet, right, so don't shoot me if it's wrong. The P is for polyester, the 4000 is 4000 hydrostatic head, and the FR is flame retardant. Okay, so that is the materials and how waterproof it is. And will it fit in a PLCE side pouch? Yeah, easy. And now for the weights. Now I weighed it in the bag that I put it in, and it's £1 5 ounces, and it's a similar sort of bag but a bit bigger. Okay, now the weight of it with all the ropes on, the way I've put the ropes on, which is doubled up, is £1 15 ounces. So you could take about 4 ounces off that anyway. So if you put single strands on instead of double like mine. Now I forgot to bring the poles and the ropes and the pegs, all right, so I might put a picture up. So my poles that I use, same as with the military stuff, is 14 ounces, and the ropes, this is the tree ropes now, not the ropes that you've seen, is 4 ounces, and the pegs are 5 ounces. All right, so the grand total is £3 6 ounces. £3 6 ounces in weight. Okay, that's as you see it. So that's that. I'll show you the bag that I put it in, but I don't use the bag, it's just something I put it in the garage. So I'll just, there you go, there's the PLCE at the top, and there's a little sort of bag that I can put it in, that I can fit it in, really, you know. And this is the Terra Nova Saturn bivvy. Now I believe it's discontinued now, but the newer one has got one hoop, okay, going over the head end. So that's the back end, so I'll do that first. And also, by the way, that's the bag it comes in, and I can fit it back in. All right, so there you go, that's that. Now it's got a pegging point by there going down. It's got two pegging points by there, and two pegged out points at the bottom of the hoop there. So and the ropes, all the ropes are high visibility day and night. So if you shone a torch on that, the little fluorescent strips will show up. So there's the pegging point there, little webbing strap, same on the other side, and that's what the bottom of the hoop looks like. There's two grommets there and a thick webbing strap. So that's how it's pegged out at the back. Oh, by the way, it's got a vent underneath there as well. Okay, little window vent. So the pegging out bit is the same sort of by there as well. Two grommets on this post. Now this storm flap has got a little cincher, if you want to call it that. You could pull that and pull it tight. I've never used it. And also it's got little handles on the zips there, little rope handles, and the zips are really smooth as well. Alright, real smooth. Two pegging out points there, and on the other side there. There's authenticity sort of thing there, little badge. So there's the ropes coming down there, if you can't see them, like that. And the door, oh, by the way, bottom of the door, you've got a little peg out point there and one by there. Now the door, the door is a mesh and Gore-Tex. Okay, so there's the mesh, and you might be able to see the little Gore-Tex one underneath. You could zip that in together as well and have a Gore-Tex door as well. So now I'm 5'9", which is 1 meter 75 centimeters, and my head will come, top of my head will come to there. All right, so I got some photos. I'll get them on if I can. So I think that's it. I think that's it for the bivvy bag. That's more than a bivvy bag, that's a mini tent as well, by the way, I reckon. So anyway, so that's the length and the build of it so far. And there's the Gore-Tex all zipped into the door, and I'll just show the zip, nice and smooth if it doesn't get caught on the label. There you go, nice and smooth. And also to rig this up, you put the hoops in first, and then you post it out, peg it out, and in the wind you would put the one hoop in first, peg it out, then the second hoop in, and then peg it out, and then put the rest of the pegs out. So that's how you would rig it up in the wind as well. So the Terra Nova Saturn bivvy details. Right, it's made of Gore-Tex, and also I'm not sure about the material underneath. It is quite a robust material, but I don't know what it is. All right, the hydrostatic head is 20,000 millimeters. 20,000, that's pretty good, isn't it? Breathability is 15,000 to 20,000 G, forward stroke M, small floating 2, 24 H. Okay, I haven't got a clue, okay, so don't ask me. MVTR, that's the moisture vapor transmission rate. There you go. And that is the details, except for the weight. Now the weight is all of it in 10 pegs and the hoops, and in its original bag as well, is 2 pounds 7 ounces. 2 pounds 7 ounces so far. Now you could bring that weight down. You could actually use one hoop, I reckon. I've never done that. I've always used the 2 hoops. And by the way, it's sweaty. All right, so you zip yourself right in. It is sweaty on an ordinary warm night. You know, not cold, not, you know, not freezing, not cold, just a cool night. All right, so with this bivvy bag, I wouldn't be surprised, or probably the newer one as well, you've got to leave the zip open a bit. All right, it's got a storm flap anyway, so if there's any rain, just use the storm flap, just hope it's all right. But yeah, just keep the zip open on the top mainly, you know, I would say. So when you're lying up like that, breathe in, breathe, it could go towards the zip, the opening. So there you go, that's that. So the weight so far of the tarp and the bivvy together, well, the weight is £5 13 ounces. £5 13 ounces, that's only a little bit lighter than the military stuff. So why is it only a little bit lighter? Well, I'll tell you one of the things. The army bivvy bag is lighter by 7 ounces. The army bivvy bag is £2, and the Terra Nova one is £2 7. However, the Terra Nova one has got 2 hoops and you know, 10 pegs, a good 2 handfuls of 10 pegs, whereas the army bivvy bag is just one big sack. So there you are, just something for you to ponder across. So the army bivvy bag is lighter, although the other one you can sort of use it as a little tent as well if it doesn't rain. Well, it can rain, but I mean it makes it a lot awkward. So let's have a look at the Snugpak Special Forces bivvy bag. Now it's quite small, it's that sort of size, fit it in your hand and all that. So but it's a bit of a squeeze getting it back into that bag. So what I'm thinking of doing, I probably will, I'm going to put that bivvy bag into this Terra Nova Adventure Tarp 2 bag. Okay, so that'll fit in there a lot easier than the original bag. And this is it, the Snugpak Special Forces bivvy bag. Now It's the same as the army one, as in it's one big sack, and it's got a zip down the center there, just halfway. So there's the zip there. There's a storm flap over the top of it, and the zip just goes down halfway there. And on the zip handle there's a little bit of rope and a little plastic tag at the end with Snugpak on, and also 3 letters on the zip handle as well, but I can't see what it is, so I could put something on the screen about that. And that is it really. Now when I roll it up from the entrance end to the foot end, the air gets trapped at the foot end and I can't get it out. It just won't go out. So that tells me that the permeability of this bag is very low. Okay, so that means it's quite waterproof and windproof, but not very breathable. If the air can't get out, then the air can't get in. So might be a bit sweaty, but it doesn't matter anyway, because you can't zip yourself right in. You just zip the zip up to your chin and that's it, like. But and also I put this bag years ago in the water butt in the garden. I put a stone at the end there and I put it in the water butt full of water up to just below the zip. Okay, and I left it 15 minutes and I had a look, got it out, had a look, and it was wet on the inside, but it didn't fill it with water. Now what does that mean? I haven't got a clue, but if you're a scientist you can tell me if you like. But the water didn't get in, it didn't fill up, but it was wet, it was soaking wet on the wall of it. Now that was either condensation from air being warm on the inside and cold water on the outside, I don't know. But unless it just leaked water, I don't know, it didn't fill up. So anyway, I'll leave that at that, just something for you to think about. And so far this is the Snugpak Special Forces bivvy bag. And just a bit of detail on the Snugpak bivvy bag. The material is Paratex dry nylon. The hydrostatic head is 5,000 millimeters. 5,000 millimeters. Okay, and the weight is 12 ounces. 12 ounces. Whoa, that's light, isn't it? Right, okay. Will this bivvy bag go in a PLCE side pouch? Yeah, dead easy. Oh, by the way, the Terra Nova tarp is underneath. So what is this video telling you? Well, I've discovered that the British Army basha is only a little bit heavier than this Terra Nova tarp, and the Terra Nova tarp is not so robust, but sort of good enough. The British Army bivvy bag is lighter than the Terra Nova double hooped bivvy bag, and is also more robust, just about, and simpler to put up or lay down, depending on what you want to say. And the Snugpak Special Forces bivvy bag is lighter again and nice and simple. So what is this video telling you? Well, I'll give you the weight of the Terra Nova tarp and the Snugpak bivvy bag. It is 4 pound 2 ounces. Right, okay, what do you want? Robustness, weight, or simplicity? Now I'm not going to tell you what I like, because this video I've said a lot of different things, you know, depending on robustness, light and simplicity. But what do you like? What have you got out of it? you know, so you could tell me if you want. And that's it really. So just gives you an idea of what you could buy, you know, whether it be something robust and a little bit heavier, or lighter and not so robust, but it might be a bit more technical to put up. However, it could be put up on its own. So anyway, I'll leave it at that, and thanks for watching, and like, share, subscribe, and I hope you got something, a bit of information out this video. Okay. I'm getting out of here, boy. It's damn hot. The heat of 2026.